going?
Wow! You do not know what happens right before we click.
No, great.
You never know.
Yeah,
I wait until we're really
racism.
worked up and I surprise them.
Sexism.
We are not.
Whiskey.
We are not racist.
Whiskey.
Okay. The problem is we're not drinking a beer right now.
Yeah, that's what's throwing us off. Let's just call it that.
Okay, we're doing the movie. This is UMR. This is Mark. This is Taylor, and we're reviewing the movie Goosebumps.
Hit the things.
All right. Click like, subscribe. Follow us on Facebook. We're at 499 followers right now.
Yep.
If you become the 500 one, I'll probably just say thanks.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll send you a private message hey, that's cool. Good job being that guy. I'm not going to give you any money or anything.
No.
Or anything like that, so not a big incentive.
No, not at all.
No, really.
We probably just lost another 3.
Yeah, but it would be cool that you did that. Okay, so we're doing the movie Goosebumps. So it is works is we're going to give you a little teeny synopsis, and then we're going to break down our positives and then our negatives, and then we're going to give you a tailorized rating between 0 and 10 using a clever rating system. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Do you have anything to say?
Function numbers? No.
Good. All right. I just wanted to get that out. I don't know if you had something you want to talk about.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm kind of hungry. I had mini donuts at the theater.
Okay.
So Goosebumps is about author who's R.L. Stein teams up with a couple high school kids.
Played by Jack Black.
Yeah, played by Jack Black. A couple high school kids and his monsters that he's written. If you're not familiar with R.L. Stein, he wrote the Goosebumps books. If you are a part of our generation, you very well should know about it in the 90s.
If you lived in the 90s, you know about Goosebumps.
Everyone read them. I was illiterate, and I read them.
Mm-hmm. So,
even I did. Wow.
Yep.
And they didn't have any pictures, except for in the front and the back. Those were cool. I judged all the books off that.
Yep.
Yep, all the books that he wrote were actually to keep monsters inside the books.
Yep.
And if you open up the original transcript, the original book, it releases the monster.
Yep.
And then the evil Slappy, the dummy, don't call him a dummy, the ventriloquist dummy, releases them all after he gets all pissed. And then the high school kids and Jack Black have to save the town. There you go.
That's the whole thing, yeah.
That's about the synopsis.
We have 5 more lines we can throw into that. We can tell you the whole story of the film.
Yeah.
Just that simple.
That's actually about the movie.
No. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not what this movie's going for.
Yeah, that's not what the complexity is. Not what the movie's going for.
It's going for really bad jokes.
All right.
Really good bad jokes.
Speaking of the word good, it's rocking with the positives. Let's do it.
I like Jack Black. Kind of. I can't decide, but I kind of think I like him now.
No, I like that he was actually doing a bit of a character.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a character. He wasn't just being Jack Black on screen.
He was funny, but also if we look at Jack Black, we got to look at his performance of R.L. Stein. He also did the voice of 2 of the monsters.
True.
Of Slappy the Dummy, who ended up being the main antagonist, and then Invisible Boy, who was
a throwaway gag.
A throwaway gag twice. But half of them were throwaway gags.
Half of the monsters are throwaway gags. The Invisible Boy was just
half this movie was throwaway gags.
Yeah, no, that's why it's.
And that's it. That's going to be my biggest positive. Is it was stupid.
Oh yeah,
and it knew it. It was the self-aware stupid. Not quite like the Visit self-aware stupid. But this was really. It was a dumb movie, and it knew it, and
I ran with it. It embraced its B status.
Yeah, and that made it charming.
Yeah, it did.
And I really like that. We want to go. So that's kind of if you.
No, honestly, that's about it.
There were moments in this movie that made me belt out laughing.
No, you just burst out laughing. Some of my eyes just make you snort a little bit.
Yeah,
and then there are the lines that just make you cringe.
Yeah, because they're so bad.
It is both. It is a bad movie. There are points that will just make you cringe. But there are other parts where it's just hilarious and it's a great ride. It's got a lot of heart to it.
The sarcastic humor.
Yep.
I don't know how pissed off the screenwriter is, but he was he wrote almost every character as a sarcastic jerk.
Well, besides Champ.
Besides Champ, who... My one negative character, actually, but we'll get to that.
He had to be, because you need a straight face to that. You can't have 5 sarcastic characters on screen.
They got pretty damn close. I'm trying to look up right now who the screenwriter was, because I do want to give him credit. We do have Darren Lemke did screenplay, and then Scott Alexander did the story. And it was written by Robert Letterman. I actually knew that.
Yep. So
good job, Rob Letterman, for directing it. I'm not really going to say his shots and his camera work were that great. In getting the main job of a director, the biggest jobs to get the best performance you can, and he did it right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll go watch another one of your movies, buddy.
It's not a negative. It's
not a negative.
A couple years from now, I'll be like, oh, Goosebumps, that wasn't so bad.
I actually
think
if my lady who we watch a lot of kind of just charming, kind of dumb movies that make you smile. She's going to like this movie. I think that this is definitely going to be a movie that's going to be on my DVD shelf. I'm probably going to watch it multiple times. And I'm probably going to laugh and find new jokes. Like, this is a funny movie.
Yep.
Do you have any things before we get to the negatives?
No, just jump into the negatives.
All right.
I don't know. I can't really think of much.
Jump into negatives.
There's some giant plot holes.
Huge plot holes. Things that do not... When we were talking about the stupidity... And it's the charming stupidity. There's a lot of things where it's like...
Yeah, no, that's... Again, it's the major plus is also the major minus. That's why this movie's great.
Yeah, that's...
If you can't buy into the fact that it's a dumb, bad movie, and it kind of knows it's a dumb, bad movie, but it's still kind of charming, you're not going to like this movie. But that's what it is, and that's
definitely
all it is.
Dumb things that
they
could have...
Really...
No, that I will write as negatives. Things that they could have solved with dialogue. I don't want to give away spoilers. And I don't know if this is a negative or not, but I'm going to state it, this nice moment where Jack Black talks back to the dumb kid named Champ. His name's Champion, really. Yep. He's like, who R.L. Stine hates the entire movie. And he states at one point, like, kids these days, na. And then Champ goes to, like, text something, and then he rips his phone, like it's the middle of an emergency. And he rips his phone out of his hands and throws it out to break it. And then Champ literally like cries because his phone's broken. If that wasn't a slap in the face to this generation, like it was about as subtle as a brick. Yeah. It's like, I'm panicking, phone, no phone, I can't live without my phone. Like, that was just so not subtle, and I don't know if it's a negative or not.
The end didn't get you?
No, I'm not
going to
Jack
Black's giving the whole heartfelt speech to, like, his daughter and the other guy, like the other two main characters. And Champion grabs him and goes, don't touch me! Just screams.
Hates on this kid. I think that was other reasons, was his just, like, his unsocial, which I actually did like. Jack Black really got that of how socially awkward he is. But I did think that joke had nothing to do with Champion. It was just like a fuck your generation. Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know if that's a negative or a positive. The fact it took me out of the movie is probably, I'll write that down as a negative.
Right.
The, like, stab at the cell phone generation. Everyone has them. It's not just us.
Okay.
You got anything? Got any negatives?
No. It's dumb.
Come on, alright. Come on.
People, like, what do you want me to talk about? It just everything when the boy ended. Yeah, no, that was dumb. Cool.
Alright,
that was dumb.
I'll do this thing. Score stand out to you at all?
No.
No. Really, actually, kind of really shabby.
Yeah.
I think. Alright, cool. Almost a negative. I'll search for negatives.
I already know how I feel about this. It's just...
Yeah, okay.
Ruined!
Okay, so I am going to state that this is definitely one of those movies that it's not amazing, but the negatives aren't really there either. It was just like an overall, like, it's not reaching to be anything great.
No.
It's not trying to be Oscar material.
It's not trying to be
your
it's not like trying to be your
favorite movie of the year.
Favorite movie or anything like that. It's supposed to be like a good time. Take your kids to this something.
Yeah, just a little dumb thing. And
they watch a dumb action film and they got a lot of jokes and you all start laughing.
Actually, back to the positive. The pace and action of this movie I did really enjoy. Actually, it was decently paced action. Okay, I think that's about I think we can get to our reviews. Okay. Go.
7 out of $10 million domestic.
Nice. You're getting $10 million domestic?
7 out of $10 million domestic.
So we're getting 7 out of all the $10 million?
7 of the $10 million that it goes domestic. Yeah.
All right. I'm going with 7 out of 10 sarcastic expressions. Okay. All the sarcasm. All of it. All the sarcasm.
There was one heartfelt character. Well, 2.
Yeah.
The Aunt.
Oh, I loved The Aunt.
The Aunt is great.
And back to the comedy. The comedy in this movie
The comedy's
is really
on point.
good.
The comedy's on point. It's old school, but it's good.
Yeah, and one of the kids in front of us kept walking back to his dad because he was terrified. So apparently some kids actually got scared in this movie, which is kind of a positive. Because Goosebumps scared me as a kid, so I'm glad it's doing it to them.
Yep.
So, okay, I think we're good. Follow us on Twitter at official UMR, capital U, capital M, capital R, and follow us on Facebook at Unprofessional Movie Reviews. Mark and Taylor, and you guys say your prayers and eat your vitamins.
Thank God for me.
And thank God for him.
Yeah, don't actually do that. I don't want any trouble with Jim Sterling. I'm sorry.